you, the crowd, is this, okay? I want you to change the world, and don't think that this is going to happen peacefully or you can do it alone. We need to kill the rich. You get out there, you use your weapons, and you rip Washington apart. You hunt down the billionaires, the bank bosses, the CEOs, the scumbags and the liars, the governors, the lobbyists, the senators, because they're all the same, and you hang them from the first tree that you can find.
Good morning, everyone. It's May 13th, 2020. I'm Eric. I hope everyone is well out there. I'm going to tell you about my day yesterday, or specifically, my trip to Arbor Freight. This was, if not the most unpleasant shopping experience I've ever had. Way up there, on the top of the list. You know, first you pull up and there's this big ass sign, right? Thanking the heroes. The heroes, police, firefighters, first responders, all these type of people, the retail workers. Thanking these so-called heroes for their service. I've got to wonder exactly what fucking service are they talking about. So, me, my wife, my daughter, we go in there, and as soon as we walk in, we're hit with a bunch of bullshit. And there's lines on the floor, arrows, blah, blah, blah. And this nagging woman over the intercom talking about, we practice social distancing here. And so when it come time to check out, to pay, the line was from the cashier all the way back to the back of the store. It seemed like the day I decided to go up there to get some things that I've put off getting, every asshole in town shows up at the same time, making it worse. There's only supposed to be a limit of 25 people in Arbor Freight. It's not a real large store, and there ended up being more like 40 or 50. So it was pretty crowded in there. And just hearing this woman on the intercom repeating over and over and over again the same shit that we've been hearing on the fucking news every night. I am tired of hearing the words social distancing. I'm tired of hearing the words pandemic, the name Anthony Fauci, the name Bill Gates, Melinda Gates. I am tired of hearing about these fucking people because they are nothing more than control freak scum. All of them. And then we get this new bill, HR 6666. And isn't that weird that Bill Gates' little patent was 060606, and then HR 6666? Isn't that strange? So with their the two combined, it makes you really wonder, what's this really all about? Because certainly they do not care that much about saving lives. I mean, after all, if they were concerned with saving lives, they would go ahead and release the cures for many, many different diseases. And there are cures. There are. But what this is really, a lot of it is really about is gaining more control over the population through divisive means. Pro-lockdown versus anti-lockdown, for example. So, the Senate, Congress, they had this bill up, House Resolution 6666. In this bill, there are all kinds of shady provisions. So we're going to see what Donald Trump and the Republicans are made of here. We're going to find out just how against the people they are, how much they're against us. Because this bill is nothing short of the destruction of the way we live. Remember a few videos back, I talked about how these would be our last days of normality. Remember that. And it seems that with each passing day, and not that I think our normal was a good thing anyway. I really, really don't. Don't think that throwing millions of pounds of food a day, a year, every year, is a good thing. I really don't think that allowing corporations such as Monsanto and Syngenta and Dow and the list goes on, complete power over our agriculture, among other things. But this bill gives these corporations, banks, it gives them a lot of power. Almost government-like power. So, this bill in it says that a good chunk of this money is going to go toward contact tracers and disease investigators, mobile quarantine units, it talks about, and which leads me to, they're going to be coming to your door, as I said, not yesterday, but the day before in my government goon squad video. And I also talked about the very real need to live in large groups. Because if you are a family and these people come to your door and do their test, and by the way, do not take the test. Don't. If they come to your door, don't answer. Make them breach your door. Because if you refuse to take the test, if you refuse the vaccine, they will be locking you up. In the land of the free, home of the brave. Or should we call it the land of the fee, home of the slave. I think the latter is the much more accurate description. So, here in short order, we're going to find out whose side Donald Trump is really on. If he signs that bill, we'll know without any shadow of a doubt who he really is. I mean, it should be obvious to most everybody by now, but you still have these people worshiping at the altar of Donald Trump. Then you still have people worshiping at the altar of Barack Obama. And these are the very people very types of people who have destroyed our freedom. Continue to destroy it with each passing day. So, I was in a good mood before I got to Arbor Freight yesterday. And as soon as I got there, as soon as I stepped foot into the store, it was instantly changed. I mean, instantly. And I had plans to go and do some other things while I was out, but by the time I left Arbor Freight, I was too pissed off to shop any further. Because I can't stand it when know-nothing hacks, know-nothing stupid people tell me what to do. And your politicians are among these people. Your police officers are among these people. Stupid, know-nothing hacks. These people are not heroes. The cashier at your local gas station is not a fucking hero. Most of them are down to the point of no return, including your police officers. Most of them only know about their jobs. They don't know anything else. That's how they define themselves. Through their enslavement. I mean, the police are just as much as a slave as we are. They just get additional perks. Kind of like the trustee when you're in county jail. You become a trustee, your cell stays open, you have more floor time, you have access to more things like cigarettes or chew or whatever. And it's the same for police in our society. They have access to additional power, drugs, sex, and in some instances, sex with children. Now, what's up with that? What's up with the American people tolerating any of this? When are we going to be ready to do what needs to be done. Now, the other day, I did a very short video, ProPure versus Alexa Pure water filters. And I criticized Alexa Pure as being junk. And I stand by that because after I did that video, I put an additional 2 filters in the reservoir. It did go a little bit faster, but it still takes the whole day to filter, 3 gallons of water. Whereas my ProPure, it took, they took about 15-20 minutes. So, I stand by my review on that Alexa Pure. It's junk. I can say with certainty that the ProPure water filters are superior, or at least for survival means. Now I have a drone coming. I've been waiting for about 3 weeks now. And I'll be doing a review on that drone. It's a fold-up drone. Comes with a controller. You'll see. You'll see. But, look, when I told you that these were the last days of normality, I meant that literally. I meant that everything you know, all the luxuries you've grown up with, are going to vanish. The food is vanishing. Matter of fact, did you know that we're exporting a good chunk of our domestic food supply to China? Did you know that? Why haven't we stopped this? There's only one good reason why they haven't. And it's because it's intentional. The lockdowns, the store closures, the whole thing. It's all intentional. And it's meant to further the globalist depopulation agenda. It's meant to further the enslavement of humanity. And it's meant to further their war against the people. They have been at war with the people of the world, not just the United States, for quite a long time now. And it's really about fucking time to act like we're at war, to do the things necessary to win, to do the things necessary to survive. Because you're getting to the point where we're going to be in a position that you'll be asking for permission for your survival. And I'm not asking permission for anything. I do not need their permission, and neither do you. what you need is some balls. What you need is a food supply. What you need is a way to purify your water. What you need is a garden and other survival mechanisms or items. First aid kit. You're going to need this stuff because it's soon these things will not be available to you due to circumstances beyond their control. Or is it? That's what they'll tell us. But it wasn't beyond their control. None of it was. And at the end of the day, the average person out there, they're going to pay the price for the terrible decisions that's been made by government for the last, well, forever. We continue to pay the price for their bad decisions. When are we going to stop paying for their decisions? When are you going to stop tolerating people who deliberately make decisions that are against your ability to survive, to thrive? When are you going to fight these people for your very right to exist? When are you going to hold them accountable? Now, everybody likes to talk about being accountable, right? You must be accountable for your actions. I cannot tell you how many times in my life I've heard some dickhead behind a desk tell me this. But when it comes to the police being held accountable, not going to happen. When it comes to the politicians being held accountable, not going to happen. When it comes to the vaccine manufacturers being held accountable, not going to happen. All these fucking people have what they call qualified immunity. Which means that they're above the very laws that you are forced to obey at the barrel of a gun. And now we have fucking twit cashiers. I don't have anything against cashiers, but you should have heard these people. Nagging at me as if they're one of these people. I'm going to run through a couple of headlines and we're going to be done. Why is mainstream media so desperate to keep the COVID-19 lockdowns going? Why? Bars and restaurants allowed to reopen if they agree to snitch on customers. Yeah, they're going to be playing the role of policemen now, everywhere you go. metalhead DARPA robot enlisted by police to enforce social distancing. Club of Rome calls for green reboot after pandemic. Now, this is at the top of their agenda. You remember the Green New Deal, right? Well, that Green New Deal will be snuck into a 5,000 page piece of legislature or legislation, and if they get their way, well, I don't know if you've ever heard the song by Metallica, Last Caress, Green Hell. Yeah, that's exactly what it will be, green hell. So, are you ready? Are you ready to stand for your life, for your humanity? Are you ready? Till next time, kill the state, live free.